Wodar OpiWrites. Let's go. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about these players. So Wodar's struggled to win divisions, in part because he keeps on running into good players like Teetery, Fearful Ferret, Falcon Hit, myself, Year End. Like, he's general killers plus me. And now his division's not gotten any easier. He's lost Teetery, who's been his crux, but he's gained OpiWrites, and he's gained Lazy Bear from the placement promotional tournament stuff, who are both absolute killers. We'll see OpiWrites have to play Wodar today, and I think OpiWrites might be a slight favorite.
Yeah, I would favor OpiWrites here over Wodar. Wodar isn't incredibly active, and I think Opie has much more experience on these newer maps for sure. I'm not entirely sure how Wodar will play. That's the other thing. Is he going to be on his A game, or is he going to be playing Oak League? You know what I mean?
Oak League, where, to be fair, he played Teetery and Fearful Ferret, who both were actually very good, and we didn't know it at the time. It's the same sort of idea with these like Obsidian players, like Gabriel and Miller today, where we see them and we go, you guys are iron, and then they go and play better sniper than I do, and I'm like, okay, never mind, I lied. And in this case, though, I think Wodar plays to his level of opponent, so hopefully he does exactly that, and we have it should be a close match either way. You want to do picks and bans?
Yep, I shall. Wodar had the first selection of banning, and he chose to ban nothing, as expected. And OpiWrites bans Balcony, also as expected, against Wodar, anyway. And then the first pick from Wodar, this is going to be exciting. We got Tien.
Oh.
And it's properly 4 of 8 this time.
Huh. Okay, Wodar. I see you.
Yeah, I guess it's Balcony-esque in that.
No, it's not.
I mean,
really, you need to watch them really closely, and there's a lot of randomness to this map, but I don't know. Opie has played probably more of this than Wodar has, for sure.
Okay. And what did Opie pick, seeing Tien's already taken?
Picked Library.
Okay, more Library. I enjoy casting Library.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Yep, we will be seeing more Library. That is for sure. And then another. Actually, I mean, I would say it's a normal pick, but we haven't seen it at all yet. Is Courtyard, or we haven't actually. Well, we've seen it picked, but we haven't actually watched any games on it.
In a previous game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was banned last game. It was picked in the first set, but we didn't get to it.
Oh.
Courtyard is one of Wodar's favorite maps, so
we have a good chance. We have a good chance of getting to it. And then the final map, if we get to it, will be Modern. So that.
Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, so Opie going with some 5 of 8 maps, which means longer games, more things to catch. Wodar going with his old favorite Courtyard, because Balcony's banned, and Tien, which is a lot of noise, a lot of things that can go right, or a lot of things that can definitely go wrong on either side of the laser. Starting off, it's gonna be who wants Spy?
It will be Opie.
Irish.
That is correct.
Alright, make sure it's not already 6-6.
Yeah, I reset that.
And to be clear, guys, Wodar is actually indeed from Antarctica. He is the Thing from the movie The Thing. Until otherwise proven. But let's play some SpyParty. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. I do suggest, Kratos, if you aren't already watching on the Spy side on Tien, just because watching from the sniper side, you're gonna miss every bug.
Yeah, I generally stick with Spy side most maps except Balcony.
And we're already highlight.
Yeah, this is for pathing, actually. Wodar is watching this super closely. Maybe for the flirt, but it looks like pathing, especially since Alice and Morgan were both highlight.
Yeah, I think more precisely it's the going between conversations. Going, I'm in the wrong conversation, my search target isn't here, I need to get out of here. And Wodar, instead of, doing things like memorizing statues and protecting ambassadors, cares a lot more about cheesy flirts. He doesn't want to ever let you get away with that. He's gotten how many highlights? 6 highlights and we're a minute in? Come on, Wodar.
No, this
Not,
is
not everybody's a spy.
honestly how I prefer to play Tan. I play it like balcony and just watch contact and flirt, so that I can
Banana bread.
ensure that I don't lose to stupid hardtails, because hardtails are so good on this map.
Okay, so we're talking and we're facing the laser. The laser is actually on us. We're getting a bit burnt right now. We haven't done our hardtail, but thankfully we can play out from under a highlight. There's a lot of highlights and there's a lot of hardtails you can do that can be invisible.
Yeah, as Irish, especially reverse bug is going to be quite good. Really going to be difficult to actually catch that if you're Wodar.
Yeah, Opie's keeping the drink in hand. He's choosing to sip here. Yeah, finally got his drink gone. This is interesting. There's fingerprints at both books. I think he was meant to get that briefcase, in theory, but this fingerprint's good. The problem
Especially
is,
since the briefcase was at blue and the ambo was just at blue, the green print has had more time for Wodar to forget there was a print there.
yeah, Ambassador's still holding the book for blue, so we might be scoping that out in the future. White test here. We're not getting the flirt done just yet, but we still have a bit more time for that. Purloin behind the strategy? No Purloin.
Yeah, we're going to be a little behind here, but so many ways to just make that up instantly on Tan. So OP's still in great position to win this game.
Yeah, scoping out the ambassador here, either for a bug potentially behind the back, or just when they return back to the bookcase. Bookcase here means prints available. Are we timer flirting? It looks like it at this point.
Oh, don't really want to bail and then come back and quickly talk. That
Yeah.
might just warrant a shot.
What's our 4th mission though? Fingerprint, flirt.
Bug, right? Bug is so good on this map that I feel like that has to be the last one, right?
Okay.
Amber just not in
Oh,
position
the
to deal
answer's
at all.
Purloin, by the way. Orange just takes. She's a highlight. Nah, but Fade's seen her. We'll just grabbing the print.
Yeah, great job by Wodar.
Yeah, Wodar all over this game. Just quick highlight, white BB, laser straight on him. Either on the Purloin or on the prints. Good start to SCL season for him. And he's 1-0 up.
And now
Okay.
getting to play the spy side. And
Oh.
from what I've seen, Opie does not play this like balcony. So
Okay.
in my opinion, I think from a theory standpoint, Opie will have a harder time than Wodar, but we'll have to just see how good Opie is at catching these hardtails.
I should have asked before this set. I wanted to ask, how many times do you think Little Man's going to be played in this game, in this set?
I'm gonna go with twice.
Only twice?
Only twice.
Because we're at 1 already. In 3.
I'm gonna say 3.
3. I'll take 4 because 3 was taken. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. I think 4 is actually a bit too many, just in case the set ends up being a bit of a blowout. Just not enough games. If you win every single Little Man game, then the set's over. We're not doing anything. We're hidden.
This is the
Yeah,
spot to be if you're small man. You're
You
not
just
seen at
switch to be
all.
even more hidden. Wodar, love you.
This is good though. Ideal
Banana
small
bread.
man gameplay. Be it hidden for as long as possible.
Okay, banana bread done. Pretty good banana bread. We weren't visible. Not that that matters too much. Get a
Hey,
nice
we're on
flirt
camera.
here. Yeah.
First time we've been on camera this whole set, but not going to be highlight at the start of the game. Some people do like to highlight small man at the start, just to keep an eye on him better. But Opie decided to go with suspicion.
Okay, Toby coming and being annoying here as the ambassador walked by. I'm not sure that would have been a particularly good bug. There's just not cover there in that gap between Cowboy and Queen for the moment.
maybe you could have had the reverse bug when the Amba was on his way to the statues, but overall, not a risk he needs to take at the moment, so just playing it safe for the time being.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing with Tan, right? Is I have all of these opportunities. All of them are at least quite good, and then it's just choosing. But I know that I can get a really good opportunity sometimes if I'm patient and
Right.
making those decisions.
And yeah, on Taiyan, it hurts a lot to lose a game because you made a bad decision. On other maps, maybe it's like, I took a risk here, but I need to take a risk anyways. Who cares? But on Taiyan, you really want to make the most of every single opportunity that you get.
There's a lot of prints around on these statues. I don't think necessarily that you should be doing 2 print statues against someone of Opie's caliber, but Wodar does have the option. He's just rejecting Sphinx behind the Shoji, which will definitely freak the sniper out. Especially with the Toby Neal, which I adore, by the way. Best thing on Cinnamon Roll put in the game for sure.
Yeah, the only weakness, honestly, of Smallman is that curling is so obvious.
Oh, and Swap, you can't body block for yourself, at least. Doesn't matter if you
So
green test, right?
thankfully, Smallman, not the perfect character, definitely has its flaws.
Okay, cheeky flirt. And that's not a great path in the statues, but we got there.
It's a center statue. Dude, we could die, honestly. It's very possible.
But is Ambassador going to get booted out here? Yeah. Could have had a bug on the way out here. No swap yet. Oh, that's a red test, but it's behind Shoji. It doesn't come off particularly well. Are we going to just dive behind the conversation? How is this not seen? Opie. Okay. Opie
Yeah,
just
not
not
even
on
highlight
swap.
for the center statue, so I would dare to say that he was not even paying attention.
What was he watching then? Give me a moment here.
Maybe debating whether or not to shoot general for this talk at the end here, but I honestly don't know why that middle statue went unnoticed.
Yeah, that's might just be nerves, honestly. This is not Opie's first competitive game. He did play Winter Cup and did quite well, and he also did placements and did very well. But holding the shot and not just seeing the hardtail swap, even on TN where it's a bit harder, is kind of surprising given his caliber. Okay, we got some orange dress, shout out Scallions, and we'll get this one started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Okay, a little weird path, no bug, and we're safely landed. Wodar's already got a highlight on Little Man. I think Wodar doesn't want us to get into the double-digit counts of Little Man games in the set.
Really flirt. Thankfully, to Smallman coming up to us, so we're not going to get this early highlight for the switch in conversations.
Yeah, not getting the flirt highlight against Wodar is important. Doing it while still getting 51%, fantastic. I think we're gonna have a theme here. Wodar is just gonna get lots of highlights in every game, right? He's already gotten 4 in this game, and we're less than him in any at 6 last time. Oh, what is that? Okay, we'll take a low light.
That's very peculiar, especially because the SDA was out in the, so that was the only real conversation, and it was the bottom one. So
Huh.
very interesting that Wodar decides to low light orange dress.
Interesting is a euphemism for bad. Yeah, this is not a good spot. Now we're doing middle statues and doing it as a low light. We get one light up. With the Shoji, you sometimes don't realize that you took a low light to neutral light when you want to take them from low light to high light. Because the Shoji blocks the lights somewhat. Now we're going to come out as a neutral light. He's needing one more mission.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there by Wodar, being able to bring this back. But not being highlight, and we have Seduce done. Just a bug, and we win the game.
Okay, not doing the walking bug, but we're in position for combo bug. Bit behind the Shoji. Oh, Ambassador.
Like you could see the idle switch there, but Wodar not zoomed in is probably going to make that pretty invisible.
Yeah, I mean, we should know better. The ambassador's standing next to Cowboy, so she was always going to get booted out. Purloin's the other option. Toby's facing away from the camera. It might not be seen. Got 2 seconds left. We're hiding back here, and we get the win. OP bringing it back, not letting this game get away from him.
Yeah, close there. If he greened, that was almost a confirmed win, but the white test barely getting him by, although Wodar was certainly looking for the list fade.
Yeah, looking at just the actual Purloin from the sniper side, um, he's trying to see it, but Toby walking away towards the ambassador is not helping. By the time that he actually turns around, like three seconds left, it's gonna be hard for him to line up the shot, even if he wanted to. I'm not sure how much he was onto OP. Okay, OP bringing it back. We're now 2-1 Wodar, and we'll get started here in the last Tan game in 3, 2, 1, go.
And sadly, none of our predictions are correct.
Yeah, Wodar being a bit more respectful. I was kind of afraid. What? Okay. These lowlights on the spy. Thankfully not doing the Veery policy of if I lowlight you, it's only a 1 in 15 chance you're the spy, so I guess I'll keep it.
That's actually my policy.
Oh, you do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I do
So
the same
where
with
is it?
highlights though.
And the end of red.
Oh yeah, no. Highlights 100%. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, why would they walk in front of your laser? That's only a spy would do that. Oof. Nasty bug. Nasty bug. So that's what we're talking about when we say behind the back, and the arms basically completely covered there by Duke in orange dress giving us cover.
Yeah, that was nice and free. And now the real question is, how do we finish? You can go to
Yes.
7 statues and maybe die. We didn't die last time, so maybe we won't die this time. That might be the thinking.
Yeah, this is one of the nice things about doubled maps, right? Is we go, okay, so it worked last time. I mean, you won the game, so do it again. Or the other logic is maybe I shouldn't be doing exactly the same game twice. That's a red test. That's unfortunate.
That could hurt us in the long run, especially if we go to statues.
Yeah, OP is a self-described camper. I think if we survive the statue, we're likely to get away with the flirt. It doesn't help that little man's at middle statues back here, trying to get himself shot.
OP is more likely to shoot for like the flirt after the talk, catch you for seduce after your highlight.
Okay, we take instead a fingerprint. I think maybe trying to avoid the inspects entirely, which makes sense.
Just out of
Wait.
range though for the 3 flirt though, so we will need to green test this next one if we want to complete it in 3.
Yeah, I think we need to get out of here and see if we're gonna green test the next flirt or not. If we don't leave now, then we're leaving it up to just needing to hit the green test, or then we start doing panic tells. And panic tells means no fingerprint, likely no microfilm. We cut our options off.
There's a fingerprint here at the blue shelf, and there have been prints spread around this game, so Wodar does have options to win. It just matters if he'll get this flirt done in time.
I feel like this game is ending with Purloin at this point. This is not. Yeah, this is not enough. We needed the green test.
And now we get the second fingerprint, see how on top of this OP is.
Yeah, the first one was hidden. The second one, not so much. Not even returning it here. We're going to middle statues to do a flirt. This is like 5 mission level. That's not flirt.
Yep, we inspected instead of flirting. This is the
That's
win right
swap. Okay, so that'll postpone the clock a bit. But where the overtime shot looks like it's pending.
If we had flirted there, we could have really tricked Opie there into thinking that was a green sign.
Yeah. Huh.
Because like the swap now, it has to be Wodar. You know what
And
I mean?
we're too tall to get away with dancing, right? Laser's straight on our little bald head. Swap goes off. Shot goes off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really confused why I didn't flirt right there.
Well, I think the first inspect was a mistake.
Yeah,
He
but
meant to flirt.
as he
The
was putting
second
yeah, he could have definitely flirted there.
that she came back and bailed us out by going to the other statue and not taking that flirt to where I think the real
Yeah,
unforced error is.
yeah, like he could have it would have been beautiful if he had put down the statue and then flirted.
Yeah, it would have been like a long
seen,
put down, but
"There's no
long put
swap.
down, sir.
What the heck is going on? It
Yeah.
can't be Wodar, right?"
Yeah, because if it happens after it hits 0-0, then yeah, looks like there was a time ad.
I think we might have just been shot for the inspects at that point, but
Maybe.
yeah.
But I think that's why
we
you wait
won
until
one cycle,
that's
though.
why you wait until after you put it down.
Yeah, we did one cycle.
Or
so
I mean, that's why you
got-
wait for the flirt until after the clock hit 0-0, because then it wouldn't look like an inspect after you put down the statue. But
Yeah,
anyway, either way, Opie brings it to a tie.
yeah, it's a game that Wodar wants to take back, guaranteed. We're 2-2. Moving on to library, which is Opie's pick, and he survived Taean. And we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And more orange dress. Orange dress has now been played more than Little Men.
Who's the better character? No one is.
I mean, the only reason Little Men isn't the best character in some situations is when you get highlight for choosing your character. Which, to be fair, Wodar has done against me. I lost games for picking Little Man and Papa Danger in my SCL games against him. Just by eating an immediate highlight. That's not close enough for a bug, mate. Not seen, but I think
Let's
it
try
must
to
have...
time that so that the ambassador would leave just as we bugged.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with it, right, is Ambassador either walks towards the rest of the party most of the time, that's where most of the options are, or the option that she goes into the conversation like she did. The chance that she actually goes into conversation next to us is like really minimal. To be fair, the chance that the bug gets caught is really minimal. And meanwhile, we get highlight briefcase. This is a bug. That's a shot.
Alright, good
Yeah,
to see
that
from
bug
the
was
sniper's
very questionable.
view.
Okay, so at least it was like the arm away from the sniper, but I mean, it's Wodar.
It was away from the sniper briefly, but
It wasn't too bad if Wheels wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
Because Wheels wouldn't have bumped us, we would have been walking with the ambassador. So it wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
Just,
Wheel-
like,
yeah,
not
Wheel-
aware that Wheels was there.
yeah, Wheels
and that
pushed
was
her to
messed
be
up.
basically facing the sniper and going, "Hey!"
Yeah, I think that might be this game might be telling that OP does not want to be highlighted early, especially since Wodar gets like 6 highlights pretty early on, and then doesn't often bring people up. So I think that might be a key to OP to slow play a little bit more at the start.
Yeah, assuming that he's watching replays and learning from these not necessarily mistakes, but choices that are getting him highlights. And Wodar takes the lead. It's been competitive though. I think at this point, 5 games in, if either player winning would not be surprising. We'll see some Wodar on Disney in 3, 2, 1, playing it. What do you call this character, Ish?
I also call him Disney.
Okay. Kratos?
Andrew Ryan.
Yeah. I knew one of us was a weirdo.
I mean, Andrew Ryan was the original name.
Yeah, because he does look like Andrew Ryan, but then you then have to assume that we're all nerds who know who Andrew Ryan is, which is true, but
I mean, he looks more like Andrew Ryan than Disney.
yeah, he does look more like Andrew Ryan, and Disney also we're not 80 years old and don't actually remember what Disney looks like. So I don't know. We got a flirt done. This game's been slow. Wodar did do the time ad though, so we do have the ability to get away with this. Banana bread.
OP
White
style
banana bread.
has transitioned a lot more.
Banana bread.
recently. not highlighting for early soft tells, instead
Uh-oh.
trying to highlight for completion.
No. So we do the contact double agent mission straight into the Purloin mission, but we don't hit
And the end of
greens
red.
on either, and Opie's all over it. Easy shot for
That'll
the
play it.
camper.
Maybe that would work against a less experienced player, but if you're at Opie or Wodar's level, you've dealt with this exact play probably hundreds, if not more. So you very accustomed to this BB Purloin situation.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's a good play. Don't not do it, guys, just because it didn't work here. But hit your greens. Okay. Let's see. We got Twin as OP, and we'll do it. 3, 2, 1, planet. That was a bit of a quick count. Sorry. Okay. Where are we going? Flirt? You want to flirt? Come here, Queen. It took both.
Statues though, and E to
Yeah.
highlight.
And it'd be like the
Wise
wrong
decision
statue.
by
Okay.
Opie to not do that.
Except for he's gonna do it anyways. We're not gonna pick up the statue. It's just one of those cheeky. I wanted to pick up these statues, which AI do. But if you're known to be someone who likes these more obscure cheeky plays, I think it's probably hyper suspicious. I don't think
And the
he
end
was
of
even
red.
seen there by Wodar. He was busy on the other side of the map. BB split.
Yeah, and that was the only real conversation. So if Wodar makes this read, he could have it down to 6 people at the start of the game, which would be really unfortunate for Opie.
Opie didn't take the bug there when the laser was busy doing all the banana bread lowlights, and instead just getting highlight for side statue. I suspect the fingerprint might also be acknowledged.
Oh yeah, he definitely grabbed it. I don't know by Wodar how well he's going to pay attention to it. I know with older players, the tendency is that maybe they won't remember fingerprint as often, but I'm not quite sure how well Wodar's going to
When we say older players, I mean Wodar has been around as long as anybody. I mean, a few of the like oldest veterans that we had, like Veronis and James 1221, unfortunately are no longer in SCL after this season. I'm actually kind of. I think Checker obviously is the oldest player in SCL, but Wodar is definitely a hard veteran. And fingerprints didn't even used to be a mission, so to be fair.
Warning track also is in that age range as far as players.
Warning track's also going gray, but it's an attractive peppered gray, so no matter how we keep on misphrasing. This is a Purloin and run. He's gonna get shot. Oh, Opie! Opie! You're not gonna get away with this.
Yeah, especially hiding behind pillars becomes 5 times more difficult. You have to
Yeah,
be
and when you've just Purloined and did a quick pirouette, and then you try and behind a pillar and gulp, you either win or you die. We got some Game of Thrones level spy play here, and in this case, we just died. Yeah. It would have been nice to hit a green there and run, but instead we didn't, and we die. Score check? Where
It
are
is
we at?
4-3. Water is up, but But this is Water is sort of serving here, so it would be up to him to break serve here.
Yeah, as we get into higher level games, and this is gold, we generally consider Sniper getting more and more biased, and these two players wouldn't look too out of place in Diamond. Like, they're just very good. Wodar plays to the level of his opponent, so put him in Diamond, he'd play level of Diamond. But let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Got Irish. We're gonna do books. Nope. We're gonna do windows. Nope. We're gonna just stand here and get rewarded with a free flirt. Okay.
Yeah, these flirts are going to be pretty free against a player like Opie. He might be able to catch it when it's highlight, but at the start of the game, he's not going to be really pairing people and punishing this sort of early aggressive soft tail gameplay.
Shoutouts to people who play SpyParty games during casts. Um, the other Platinum game just finished up in Slappy Davis year end. So everybody's playing while I don't get to watch because I'm busy entertaining you guys. Bug? Didn't want to bug. Why do you want to bug?
Bug here could be very good. The pillar is blocking.
You have to time it perfectly. There's no reason why OP wouldn't have you as by far the most important thing to watch for. And Wodar, I think, sensibly doesn't take the bug. We still got time.
Right. That's an important tendency to note is that if the ambassador, if the sniper can tell that his personal space is being invaded, the sniper is far more likely to watch for bugs just due to the fact that um, they know the ambassador is going to be safe soon, so they might as well guard it for as long as possible.
Timer flirt goes off, which is kind, given the amount of mean seduction targets we've had today. Ambassador coming back to us again. Bug failed though. Not seen.
A bit out of range there, coming around the back of the conversation. Maybe we can get one once the ambassador moves away.
Yeah.
So we might just wait this out.
And with Taft coming in, Ambassador's gonna move. We go from talking to bugging, and Ambassador just takes too wide of an angle. Now we're running out of time. Got half our time left, and all we've done is flirt.
Yeah, Disney is a bit too fast as an ambassador, so it's pretty difficult to be able to react to that. You'd have to have very, very good reactions in order to get that bug off. Even if you started it perfectly, I don't even know if it would have taken though.
Okay. Wodar misses the fingerprint. He definitely feels either the highlight or the bookmark too. He's the only thing over there, and the laser goes straight onto him, so he doesn't take the book out. And now going straight middle statues. Into straight swap. Was there someone here earlier?
I don't believe so, but I think this play is solid just because you need to make a big play to catch up somewhere, and a place where you can get 2 missions done is one where you can do it at.
Okay. So, I mean, there's two options here, right? Either we win with these hardtails, or the person who swaps it for us gets shot. We need to keep an eye out on who that is.
Banana bread.
Maybe a highlight. Twin. Twin will do. Twin's a highlight. But he
Now,
banana
we
bread
both-
and yeah. So Twin has now got an alibi. He was not in conversation there when the double agent banana bread was said, so he can't be the spy. However, because a low light swapped the statue, it doesn't look like Opie's immediately caught it. If he has caught it, his memory is gonna have to be tested. Okay. Yeah, that bug's sane.
I think there were a couple of bug attempts there.
Yeah, 2.
Oh,
to
3.
be exact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2. Yeah,
that's-
2 back to back. Yeah.
I think he saw the first one. The second one's actually really good, because it was straight up behind the pillar. Yeah, the arm does come out a little bit, but I suspect he might have even seen the first bug, the one that just
Yeah.
way whiffed.
Unfortunately, there, Wodar did have a solid game plan. If he had any of those bugs from earlier in the game, that would have just been a straight up spy win. So, really well done to Wodar there for making it super close. Just unfortunately not being able to capitalize on the right timing for the bug.
So we are still tied.
Yeah, it's 4-4. We're moving into the single maps. We'll start off with Courtyard, which is Wodar's pick.
Still only one small man.
The problem with Courtyard currently is I'm the one casting, and when I cast, spies win games. Despite the fact that people seem to think that this is a sniper biased map. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. OP adds Seek. Not much to do unless we want to take a bug here. We don't take it.
Yeah, that was right in the open, so pretty wise not to do that.
Does
But
a bu-
yeah, we instantly flirt and get punished for it. What a surprise here.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
like OP doesn't know that he's playing Wodar. The other thing that happened is did also just do a path straight past the ambassador to get to that. But I think in this case it's just Wodar highlighting for the attempted flirt. We only just got our first flirt off actually, it's 22%. We can do a green close and a white close, but I think we're already paired too. Like this is already a really tough spot to dig ourselves out from.
being one of the early highlights is going to just make this infinitely more difficult. And OP hasn't really adjusted too much. He's sort of just playing the same quick aggressive style that we are that at least I am used to
Banana
seeing
bread.
from him.
Yeah, no, oh, that's a really late drink full. Yeah, that's a deserved shot. So
Toby gives up on you. That's going to be a hard tell in two ways there.
yeah, so he whites the purloin. Toby gave up, and so he's taking the drink while Toby's moving away from him. He's already probably top suspect for the banana bread plus the flirt pairing and stuff. This just game did not work out for Opie, and it's one that he probably wants back.
Yeah, even if he greens there on the purloin, I think he could just die.
Yeah,
For sure.
I mean, maybe not immediately, but it's like, what's your fourth mission going to be? Are you going to inspect because you'll get shot, or are you going to try and bug? I mean, it's Wodar. You might get away with a bug more than most people, but Wodar on a tunnel, nah. We got some Wodar spy though, and if you're ready, we'll move on. It's 3, 2, 1, go. That's another chaos bug, another bug whiff. Wodar's bugging has not been particularly precise today, but it doesn't matter because the whiffs are not being caught particularly.
Yep, and we're just going to go potentially this early banana bread started off nice and easy. And
Yeah.
the competitions aren't that full, so maybe you want to wait a little bit, but I think Wodar wouldn't be the worst decision to take this.
It's one of the things that's actually different about Old Courtyard versus New Courtyard is that Courtyard statue is really tall in New Art, and so you can't actually see what's going on in the conversation across from you. So you wouldn't necessarily know that that conversation was really full and that this banana bread was actually fairly solid if you wanted to take it.
Banana bread.
This banana bread also fine. I think it's going to be actually 4 lowlights, 3 lowlights. 2 highlights lost though. That's unfortunate.
Sure, with a pretty nice start. Likely that Opie did catch the print. He was on camera for that entire print, so it does. He probably is marked in Opie's head at least as having the print. It just depends how subtle the second print will be. If it could be
Yeah.
like a half print off a drink or something, that would be ideal for us.
Ambassador just took. We didn't even need to request to get offered this drink. He just went across the map on his own accord, and we reject it, which is a sort of like low light baiting play.
Yeah, I don't. Looking from his perspective, it might just be hard to see if Ambassador's actually taking. It might be difficult to actually. So maybe Wodar would have taken it if he knew.
Big green, big green. We got the green flirt. Now we have options there. If Ambassador wants to go touch a statue, we can do print plus statue.
Honestly,
We're
might.
not doing purloin. Oh, we
Yeah,
did get a drink print.
yeah, that's what I was
That's
gonna say.
Huh.
People have been rejecting for a seriously long time, and it's a half print too. So I highly doubt Opie is actually going to see that.
I'm not convinced that Wodar didn't just stumble into that fingerprint, but it's gonna be hard for Opie to shoot. A really delayed fingerprint like that is hard to catch, even if he caught the first fingerprint. Moment of truth. He needs to take the shot now. We've got 8 seconds. He's watching for swap. There's no swap happening. We did fingerprint. Opie, nope. He's not convinced, and I think the 2 greens, the sweet prints and just the timing on the inspects all adds up to a good Wodar win.
He did gulp that drink though, turning a soft tail into partially hardtail, but wasn't caught.
Yeah.
Luckily.
But who's catching gulps anyways? I've honestly I've only shot for gulp once, and I've never been shot for gulp. So.
You haven't played me enough. Okay, let's move on.
But yeah, opportunity missed there by Opie. That was going to be really tough for him to win though.
And we're moving on to the final map, and Wodar is on match point here.
You know that's false use because you get shot for gulp when you do purloin, and you think it's purloin, and it's just me not catching purloin. It's just me shooting you for the gulp after the purloin. I think it's usually just we call it the purloin though. when you gulp after Purloin. Let's play. Some SpyParty. Alice on Modern means Speedy Girl. And let's get some missions done and not let Wodar win. In 3, 2, 1, play it.
Going to be tougher. Modern isn't exactly, even with the 30 seconds added to it, still a pretty sniper favored map in my opinion.
Okay, another missed early bug. Those have been ongoing occurrence in these games. No missions done. Wodar. Wodar highlighting for Irish, who is at Windows, and the far Windows doing absolutely nothing. Wodar is just highlighting for literally everything, and not low lighting for anything in the set. We'll get the highlight for Inspects. We're making progress. It's just, how does Wodar parse through all of this noise that he's making for himself?
Right, and you can usually tell by like the 2 minute, 1 30-minute mark where he'll start to make more decisions about who's the spy, who's not. But sometimes he'll just get him through pathing lowlights. He's pretty known as being able to watch pathing. Maybe it's more like, oh, the spy wouldn't take that path. It's more behavioral in that sense, but he can still whittle down the party that way.
Yeah, he's not getting baited into bad lowlights. Like, that was a good redirect by Opie and also by Cowboy. But he correctly isn't lowlighting Spy for doing tricksy pathing things, because Opie's been baiting for that lowlight. We got a lot of people at bar. This is going to be a lot of noise, and Wodar has none of it. He's put 4 more highlights into his game.
I think he's got about 9 right now. So
Yeah, I'm
really
counting
this highlight on Opie
6
means
people
nothing.
not highlight, and no lowlights. Oh, I don't know how you play this. It's just like, if you're just gonna play like this, just go highlight everybody at the start of the game. That's 3. No, okay, that's not 3 bookcase.
But yeah,
Opie.
Wodar does this pretty regularly, so this sort of unique sniper style is just going to end up working out for him, even though to like the majority of us this looks really confusing and hard to play as and understanding what everybody has. I think Wodar is still have this decently under control.
Yeah. Like things like this fingerprint though, for example. I'm just like, is he catching it? We don't know anymore. There's just so much noise. We're finally getting some of these highlights taken down to neutral light. Hard to say who's top suspect. OP's got a lot of partial completion here.
Yeah, ST did come to us, but it was just a little bit too late. We could have waited. It would have been a hard tell if we waited for the ST. But maybe just thinking that we'll be able to get the flirt later on.
We're getting to a point where we're either going to need to rush a lot of missions or time ad, and the moment time ad is quickly passing as we do instead doing our inspect complete. The problem with this inspect is it means that swap would be another statue visit, so that mission's off the table. Purloin's getting pretty awkward at this point, unless we go do direct Purloin. Yeah, this time ad's necessary.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a good decision, especially since we're really far behind. We just gotta go to a lot of different places in order to get these final little things done.
It should be stated, I mean, the other option here is get someone else shot, and Wodar does have a lot of highlights. I'm just not sure that that's necessarily what OP's been paying attention to, and for good reason. Getting someone shot on Modern for a frame means that you've got them doing a lot of missions that just aren't happening. There's no, the list is still there, the statues are still the same. Huh, they got neutral lit. Okay, during the BB. Is this close enough for bug?
I believe so.
It's, yeah, like the circles aren't even touching. This is max range. Wodar's on it though. That'll be set. Good job, Wodar. Max range bug, but Wodar just has gathered enough suspicion on OP throughout the set to be watching for it.
Yeah, that bug just unfortunately Wodar rotated to the left. If he had kept on the right, that bug would have been much harder to see. But when it's like that, having the highlight, the arm is just right out in the open there. Not
Yeah,
a
so
terrible game from OP, just not being able to get that hardtail clean was what really cost him.
I think in the predictions we've generally seen Wodar be fourth. He has a lot of
I think I put him
OP
in first.
Yeah, generally. Um,
Wodar also put him in first. Put Wodar in first.
but with Yeesh, OP, and Lazy Bear in the division, we've got a lot of killers.
Yeah.
Wordar really proving here that he should not be slept on. That he is definitely a competitor, and I suspect that this win here is going to result in a large effect in the standings later on. Where we go, well, if OP had come out a bit stronger, where this might be the difference between OP getting second and third, or Wodar getting the difference between second and third in the future, or even first as the champion.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that's the cast. That was those are some good games. Got two wins and one tie party. It's nice to see not everything being a tie party for a change.
You know what we need? We need an emote that is tie party, and then it just like old red tie from old art.
There you go. Yeah.
Get it on it. Mods? Do we even have mods
Yeah.
in this
I don't
chat?
know. I think warning track. I think you can do it.
Thank you for hosting here, Kledos.
Yeah. No problem. Thanks for jumping on the cast.
Yeah, and Yeesh, good job. It's been a pleasure. I think this is the first time that we've casted together.
Yeah, it's fun. Always
Yeah.
casting SpyParty. SpyParty is probably one of the better games to be
Yeah.
casted for sure, especially with this great replay system.
Oh,
Really,
it's absurd.
really fun.
I
And
always
now,
love when people come in and go, "Why do you guys have a triple A replay system?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'll deal with it." As things to keep an eye out for, guys. Obviously the next cast is going to be happening. It's going to be tomorrow, Sunday the 10th. It's, I believe, 5 o'clock Pacific time. It used to be 6 o'clock, so it's a bit earlier. And watch out for the American time zone, like daylight savings time change. And other things to keep an eye out for. Uh, the new venue is going to be coming out here. It was already scheduled for previously, but if you've been around the community, you know that that doesn't mean too much. But it's a lot of things to be excited about here in SpyParty moving forward. And obviously, this will be a weekly thing. This is only week one of, 13 weeks of regular play for some of these divisions. There's going to be a lot of SpyParty moving forward.
Yep. All right. So that'll be it. We'll be back, or not us, but 3 more people will be back.
You get Tobo.
Yeah, you get Tobo, and is it Warning Track also, or
And also Warning Track.
yeah,
sure.
yeah, that guy. He's all right too.
Yeah, he's been around.
And you may even get Slappy Davis host, which is maybe even a little more
Sweet.
exciting than
Sick
me hosting.
Sick innocent bug cams.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Let's close it out here. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you for coming and watching, and we'll see you again soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.